Autopsy reports show that it wasn't fire that killed Heather Radcliffe, but a bullet. Now GPD is calling out to the community for any details that will help solve the murders of this mother and daughter. Now, they're called the Coalition for Responsible Growth. It's important to understand that they're not opposed to development. What they're against and objecting to is a 93% increase in the scope of the project that the developer is now demanding that the county approve. That's right, David. We know that many of the family members met earlier today to come here together to be of support and comfort to each other, something they've done many times before over the past decade and a half. They found comfort in their collective grief. For the families and friends of Sonia Larson, Christina Powell, Krista Hoyt, Tracy Paulus, and Manny Taboda, the candlelight vigil held 16 years ago would mark the tragic end of life and the beginning of a bond that has brought them together many times over the past decade and a half. With courage, they stood in the place of their lost loved ones to face the man that murdered those so close to them.
The case to be called is the State of Florida versus Danny Rawling. It's 91-38-32 CFA. We're here on a motion for post-conviction relief.
Watching justice served was more bitter than sweet.
I walked into this courtroom every day from jury selection on the arms of Manny, Tracy, Krista, Christina, and Sonia. They gave me my strength. Plus my strength came from my Lord, because I prayed for it every day. I also prayed for a verdict, and I thought he had doubted me, or I doubted him, but he delivered what we wanted today.
Sentenced to death in 1994, Rawling's fate would bring resolution, but not peace.
It's not over. It will never be over for us.
For more than a decade and a half, as Rawling remained on death row, the families have waited for this day. It is the last day for a murderer, but not the last of the heartache.
You feel the loss, you feel the pain, you feel the grief.
For the relatives of the 5 young victims, this may mark the final chapter of a long and painful story. Live from the Florida State Prison, Stacey Samuel, WCJB, TV 20 News. Since the December murder of his daughter Heather and granddaughter Kira, Robert Radcliffe is making his plea to anyone with clues that could lead to their killer.
If that individual could kill a 6-year-old child and a woman, 28, that's horrible. We need to catch that individual.
The burned remains of the home where Heather and Kira perished is still boarded up since their death just days before Christmas. But today they opened the doors to take us through the steps of their investigation.
Detectives come in, we take a look at the way things were found, and then we start analyzing.
Nixon explains that unlike TV crime shows, the reality of collecting and analyzing evidence is a time-consuming process.
DNA does not come back in 15 minutes. Lucky to get it in 15 months.
It is believed that the perpetrator first shot Radcliffe before finally setting the house ablaze. So it is believed that the second fire started here, was set here.
That's correct.
Where was Kira found?
Kira was in the living room.
Now to move forward, police need more details.
Truth of the matter is, it's very basic investigation. All we need is for people to talk. Bottom line, that's it.
For a father who lost his child, tips, he says, will not bring them back, but it may bring justice.
And if anybody knows anything about the situation, as hard as it might be for you to proceed forward to help the police, please do so.
That's right, Anne. It was pandemonium. Despite the hour delay in their landing, fans made the most of standing under the sun for a glimpse of the team and hopefully a high five from their heroes. Everyone came out, students and longtime fans.
I was about 12 years old.
From near and far.
We got these hats in Melrose, Florida.
And for many, it was a family affair. 8-year-old Ronnie Smith had a cast put on a week ago, but wouldn't let anyone sign it.
So the Gators can shine it. What better way to bring the kids up than to let them see the wonderful Gators?
Fresh from their second national championship win, ardent fans named the Gators season kills.
UCLA! Gator Bay! Ohio State! Gator Bay!
Waiting for hours under a boiling sun was worth the chance to see their favorite players.
I like them, especially Noah. That's my favorite player.
And she's not alone. The bilingual forward also spoke to a home team fan.
Quelque chose pour ABC en anglais en fait.
En anglais?
Oui, 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 en anglais.
I mean, it's just crazy to be here right now. We got all the love over here from all our people.
The team made the crowds go wild as they reciprocated all the love, though not expected to address their fans until Friday's event at the O-Dome. Even the coach of the hour, Billy Donovan, couldn't resist a chance to say thanks. For this dream team, it was more than making history. It was also about making dreams for fans a reality.
How does this feel?
Good.
Just
Would you believe this event was coordinated in less than 24 hours and about 2,500 fans came out? The boys of Florida did more than shake hands. They created lasting memories for all. Stacey Samuel, WCJB TV 20 News. Would you believe this giant sloth roamed the land several million years ago right here in north central Florida? And this 3-ton guy was found in Newberry. It's hard to tell from all the smoke, but this fire is actually at 50% containment, which means there's a 50-50 chance that the lines will hold or the fire could spread. It used to be hard to make contact with a child, predators often luring them off the playground. But now the internet is the playground, and it's not so easy to see who looks dangerous. Hiking off the path is never a good idea, but what these boys did right was bring their cell phone.